Hello and happy Saturday, everyone. This is Harmony Muse, and welcome to more of Diablo 2 Resurrected. I've decided that Talash keeps dying too much. I'm going to go ahead and replace him with an Act 5 hero. We've got our choice between a frenzying, taunting Iron Skin one and a bashy, battle crying, stunny one. I'll get one that's frenzying and Iron Skin, so more of a tanky one, I think. Okay, so Halfdane, Wolfgar. No, Sigmund. Oh, Klaatu Barata. Oh, and I already did it, and I lost all the crap that I had on Telash. All of the good shit. Sorry, stuff. Well, there goes this video demonetized if I ever get monetized. Oops. I'm smart. Gonna need to restock all my potions.
I can't use that.
You can't?
I can't use that.
What do you mean you can't? You've got it's. Wait. Required strength 99. You got a strength of 100. You can only use one-handers? That's poo. You can only use swords.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
So he can't dual wield, so he's not a proper barbarian.
I'll put that to good use.
24 to life, that's still kind of garbage. Going a lot faster with him, though. That's for bloody sure. Well, that's going so much easier. I chased him halfway across the map.
Not enough mana.
Some people just didn't. Oh, crap. Okay. There is a point in every video game that you'll eventually hit where you're done with the game's particular idiosyncratic bullcrap.
Not enough mana.
When the amount of garbage it throws at you
I need
gets to
mana.
be stupid.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
When you drop ice spells and they just don't hurt someone,
I need mana.
that tends to be one of them.
Good afternoon.
Good day. What is it?
Not enough mana.
Oh, a gnarled staff. That could be useful. Energy shield, not a spell I use. Let's see here. Got them all in one pretty little blow. Let's see what's in this Abaddon here. I can't. Huh. Then what is that for? Let's find out. Apparently the monsters are level 39 according to the wiki. So I'm about to get mongled in here. The loot is also supposedly very good. That one was health, I do believe. A unique sword. Plus strength and dex. Ignore target's defense. Ooh. Spanky.
I'll put that to good use.
Great for a low level melee build. Doing much better. Get myself stomped just a wee little bit. More skulls. Oh, we'll be coming back in there and getting the rest of that. Loot is always a good thing.
Good morning.
And I will be putting that good stabby unique into the stash. Because I might be playing this again in my off time, and that is a good stick. That is definitely a good head piece.
Morning.
Hello.
Arrows again? Really, man? I think this was Super Metroid Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past randomizer. Yeah. That was actually something that surprised me, honestly. Is I originally got my start on YouTube and moved to Twitch, and I'm back on YouTube because my internet connection is not the best. I mean, I'm grateful for what I have, don't get me wrong. But when you have a big lifestyle change due to various reasons, and your internet quality changes because of it, you do with what you have. And with my upload speeds is what they are, I really can't do uploading, or I can't really do Twitch streaming anymore. But I can upload to YouTube. And I'm more than happy to do so. Well, anyway, one of my big impetuses for doing streaming in the first place was a Twitch streamer called Co-Carnage. And imagine my surprise when in looking at the male voices for characters in one of my favorite games, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, because I don't normally play male characters. I heard for the Optimist voice for male characters, Co-Carnage's voice coming out of my headset. Because I was a fan of his for years before I even got the idea to do Twitch or YouTube streaming. And the man is, always been been an inspiration. Good vibes all the time. Probably why they had him voicing the Optimist voice back. Now, I've found myself asked if I like Wrath of the Righteous so much, why aren't I streaming it next instead of, after Cyberpunk 2077, which I've already announced, or the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, which I've announced after that? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't have an entirely straight answer for you. It has to do with the fact that Pathfinder always has, or the Pathfinder games have always had the weird kingdom military management system that can, if you don't do it just right, really inadvertently cause a fail state. And while I don't mind doing that, I tend to be very ADHD. And I don't want to inadvertently, while being so engrossed in a game, lose track of something and without realizing it, cause myself to have, while peeling the game like an onion, still cause the game to go wrong, while still trying to play completely within what I would think the character would do. because I missed something I had no way of
Not enough
knowing I
mana.
missed. If it was a clearly marked, hey, this is a bad idea, that's one thing. The fact that this map is still going is silly.
I need mana.
33 minutes in
Not enough mana.
on a retread of a map that I skipped a large parts of is silly.
I need mana. I need mana.
I note I'm saying that despite being a massive fan of Alcat's games. I didn't even see what killed me. Well, crud nuggets.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, warrior.
Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana. I need mana.
You know I went this way. Just follow the trail of bodies and loot. And the walk back gave me the runes, too. Yes, I know, that was a bad pun.
Not enough mana.
Found the way to the next zone, finally. That's a good thing.
I need mana.
Okay, so we need to look for Anya in the crystalline passage by the frozen river.
I need mana.
It still is in the next zone.
I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Okay, so we've got another supersized zone to clean out stuff.
Not enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Okay. This is advancing into the map, I think. I think I'm going the wrong way. Trying to clear side by side, and I think I'm clearing up.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, I'm clearing up. Clearing the wrong dang way.
Not enough mana.
Serpent skin armor? I think that's basically leather.
I am overburdened.
Let's check the... Arreat Plateau does have one, okay.
Stay a while and listen.
We're going to build up our money here, at the very least.
Evening.
This might take longer than I thought with how massively large these maps are. I figure they needed to get their money's worth out of an expansion, I suppose. Even if that money's worth is just, stupidly huge encounters. Or stupidly huge maps. And I ain't gonna fault them. Yeah, I'm no master crafter of dungeons and encounters. Goodness knows
Not
whenever
enough
I
mana.
build encounters in my Saturday night RP group, I liberate liberate maps for Roll20 from sources. I am not the best artist. I'm not the most original. I go to my good friend Google.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Way to telegraph my movement or my casting. Oh,
Not
crud
enough mana.
buckets. Oh dear. That was a heart attack moment. I was like, oh!
Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana.
Nothing worth stealing?
Not enough mana.
Well, stuff. That's what I get for being hasty and not keeping an eye on my HP. That was entirely my fault.
Greetings.
Hello.
At your service.
What is it?
Because now we got to walk through 2 different zones worth of my being stupid. That's about a 5-10 minute deficit right there. Well, at least we can be grateful that monsters don't respawn in this Diablo. And that means they're probably going to be following me the whole way. Because I'm that. Quit dragging them, Klaatu.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I'll just let him do some freelance smashing while I get my bars reset up. Just a 1 max damage charm? That's getting sold. Before I do anything too stupid, a little idiocy protection. Moron insurance, if you will. I realize I shouldn't be self-deprecating. That's one of my weak points. I know.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I mean, I'm not British. It doesn't sound humorous coming from me. It sounds like I've got a self-esteem problem, which I do. Given how comparatively short and sweet the maps were in Act 1, heck, in Act 2 even. I'm getting almost a whole level a map here. And so much loot. That's not my barb. That was an NPC. What? Whoa, that's bizarre.
I need mana.
Oh, ooh, dodge. Okay. Get the guy? Yeah, I got the guy. Gotta find a way to get around it. That. Wrong place to get stuck, Klaatu. Bash this one. Bash this one.
Not enough mana.
Seeing another loot pinata zone. Cedar bow. Let's see what the
I
cedar
can't
bow
carry
looks
anymore.
like. It's just a regular longbow. Let's see what this loot pinata level looks like. Well, we're finally at the end of Arreat Plateau, which is good. We're also at the end of our...
Not enough mana.
Yes?
How may I be of help?
Okay, use the impaler. Okay. That is an expensive pike. It'd be great if I was still using the pike, the paladin.
Evening.
Pit of Acheron. Or Acheron. Wizard's working quite well for me. Alrighty. Now, the reason I'm looking forward to playing Cyberpunk 2077, when I was in college, way back in the, caveman days of the 1990s, when we used these primitive artifacts called pencils and paper to play our role-playing games. I know, it's positively primitive. There was this one role-playing game that me and my buddies played in college called Cyberpunk 2020. It was the precursor to the RPG or the computer RPG that's a talk of what I'm planning on playing next, Cyberpunk 2077. In fact, one of the main focal characters of it, Johnny Silverhand, is one of the focus characters of the sample campaign in the back of the book. As in, you can play as Johnny Silverhand in the sample character. I believe it's called A Cool Metal Fire. But it was very kitschy, very silly. It was a product of the time. It spoke of the power of computers in what sounded like really powerful for the time, but would be dwarfed by the technology of today. You know, wires stuck into the back of your head for jacking directly into a computer mainframe. You know, the RPG Shadowrun did the same thing, only it added like magic and other silliness.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's make you some space. One thing both games had in common was saying that in the future all the food would be made out of soybeans. You know, even the milkshakes, for whatever reason. Anyway, I mean, you could get like guns built into your arm for a reasonable price, but real food, like actual fruit, that was expensive. Anyway, but I digress. That's why I was planning on doing Cyberpunk 2077 next, was because it reminded me of when I was younger, but it was silly because it would talk about the RAM in a cyber deck, or net deck, I believe they called it in Cyberpunk, because cyberdeck was a Shadowrun term and we can't be using that. In terms of megabytes of RAM, which at the time, or not megabytes, but gigabytes of RAM. Like 1 gigabyte was considered a massive amount. You know, something completely absurd. Meanwhile, the computer I'm sitting at right now, that I'm playing this game on right now, has 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Thanks.
Not enough mana.
I mean,
Greetings.
the amount of storage in a cyberdeck would be measured again in gigabytes. This computer I'm sitting at has a 2 terabyte SSD.
Afternoon.
You know, they hadn't even conceived of such things as Bluetooth or Wi-Fi at the time. Everything was wired. And it was a very real fear of being burnt out by what was called black ice.
Not
You know,
here.
not just in Shadowrun or not just in Shadowrun, but
Good afternoon.
Cyberpunk, there would be, for deckers or netrunners as they were called in Cyberpunk, there were programs that because people did plug directly or their brains directly into computers, that was exposing your brain directly to, various nasty things. Now, if you thought computer viruses were nasty now, imagine if your brain got, spyware. That was a real worry in in those games. And you could literally get your brain fried. So I'm wondering how they handle that with Cyberpunk 2077, because I'm sure they've done something now that with 2077 that things are now Wi-Fi and not all hardwired. But there were certain aspects of the system that were just silly. For example, or the fluff rather. I mean, if you looked at the cyberware, because it was called cyberware, not just cybernetics, or some of it was just silly. Like, you didn't just have combat stuff, you had like social stuff as well. And one of the more infamous ones was the Mr. Stud implant. And the Mr. Stud implant is exactly what you think it is. It's a robot boner. Or as it was described in the flavor text, all night, every night, and she'll never know. And before you think that's completely misogynist, they had a feminine version as well. But still, dear God, why? And for people who know me and know that I'm just a little bit crass, that's, dear God, why, coming from me. And you can look at my backlog. One of my first games I ever streamed on this very channel was a Glenn Quagmire run of Fallout 4 where I tried to have relations, naughties, as one topic would say, with every possible option in Fallout 4 in one playthrough. I think I racked up a partner count of about 10, 12 at least. And as long as they don't invoke that in the game, I'll be happy. I mean, I know that there is nudity in the Cyberpunk 2077 game, and I'm going to tell you right now that we are going to be using the nudity censor because I want to be able to actually have it on YouTube. There's not for kids, and there's I want to actually be monetized someday, maybe, I hope.
I need mana.
Okay. Check my time. We're making decent time. If you count those miniature zones, we've made it through about 3-4 zones. Under the crystalline passage.
mana.
We've yet to find her. Where is she? Not here? Oh, crud.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
You're running out of spots to be in here in the crystalline passage.
Not enough mana.
Oh, darn. Oh, crud. That sucked. Found the frozen river. I need my minion. Without my minion, that's a bad thing.
Good evening.
Evening. It seems like everyone feels Neelathok played a part in Anya.
Good evening.
I need mana. overburdened.
Burden, yeah, barely anything on you. How are you overburdened? That would be how you're overburdened. Okay. That way. More sapphires. Good. Got a bunch of sapphires. That was fortuitous. Can't get them that way, so we're gonna have to go this way to get there. Almost See what's over this way. Okay. Walkers? They look like John Romero with how zombies with how fast they're. How are you just noping that? They just noped all that for blizzard right on their heads. How? They say rescue Anya, but I don't see her. Where is she?
Not enough mana.
Let's get that traded in and then get back down there because I have way too much excess crud in my stuff. Yes, I'm using minced swears that I normally wouldn't use. I tend to swear like a sailor myself, but trying to stay kid friendly for YouTube. Well, not so much kid friendly,
Can I
but
help you?
monetization friendly. Dabadi. The shale room? I am not used to being the DPS in a situation like this. I'm used to being the tank. At least I'm not used to being magical DPS. I'm not used to having to think in a situation like this. Thinking is hard. Well, as doing a tank's job is not that difficult. It just takes courage. And understanding you are going to be taking damage. You have to face things right. Have to make sure you're on point on your taunting and your aggro generation, or other people who aren't you are going to die. You have to have the wherewithal to accept other people's criticism, even if you are doing everything right, people will criticize you. Because as a tank, everybody thinks they know their job better than you do.
I need mana.
And if you're thinking, well, why don't you just play healer? As a healer, it's infinitely worse.
Thanks.
What's going on with you, Anya?
Hero, Neelathak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies... Hero.
So tell Mala.
So, that snake Neelathok was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
Well, let me sell off the crud that I got first. She'll keep. If she took, for as long as it took me to get down to her, she'll keep. And then we'll stab Neelathok.
Afternoon.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Neelathok.
That's plus 10 resistances for everything, I think. That's plus 10 resistances, alright.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone, my father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik. Neelathok told me he struck a deal with Baal to protect Haragath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Baal the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Baal to enter Mount Arreat unchallenged by the ancients. I tried to stop Neelathok, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb.
One moment.
Neelathok must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened. Kill.
Unfortunately, that custom thing you made for me was all garbage. Thank you, though. We'll check what's in Neelathok's temple.
Could this be a trap?
Lots of dead people. Monsters in here. Okay. We are going to go back out. That's where we're going next, but not tonight. We'll do that tomorrow. Let me check the teleporter, or the waypoint. Glacial Trail is next. Okay, anyway. We're going to go ahead and call it here. Got a good bit done today. We got levels. We made progress. Okay. Anyway, so, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. We are making progress on this behemoth of an act. This act, I think, is probably going to take longer than the rest of the game put together at the rate we're going. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's definitely getting the price out of the expansion. I think I paid $20 for the game itself and $20 for the expansion back in the day. Back when Blizzard prices weren't jacked up. Anyway, have a wonderful evening, everybody. This has been Harmony Muse, and I will be back tomorrow.